Stop turning your body, right, and this is all downswing, start throwing the club like this. You will automatically get more open in the golf swing than you ever have before. Now this is a method that I've used with thousands of students and it works just a treat. Now you do not need a smash bag for this video at all. Just this first stage I want to explain the importance of this throwing action. Now simply you will do all these things automatically without even thinking about it as soon as you loosen up and just put your attention in the right place. Now, I want to say right now, I have told so many students when they come to me like, Alex, I want to get as open at impact as I can. I tell them to stop doing it because their shots become weaker, become more glanced, and we have no association to what our club face is doing. Now, look at this, right? So if I gave you your golf club and I said, go on, hit this as hard as you can for me, right? First stage, you just go like this. You did it pretty hard. Now go to you, go on, hit it harder again. So you'd stand there and then you would go like this. You would turn the hips because automatically your brain's going, okay, if I want to generate more power, I need to create this sort of slingshot throwing action with my arm. This creates some power. This then creates even more power. But what I want you to look at here is the importance of where I just finished at impact. And I'll do this slowly. I finished like that. I put my left hand on, look on my right hand is sort of slightly bent, my elbow in front of my body, my arm in this space, that's where I would be, right? If I wanted to throw maximum power, guaranteed you'd do this, you'd just do that. You wouldn't stand here and go like this. You wouldn't stand here and go like that. You wouldn't. So let's go through, and I've devised a little simple guide that you don't need a smash bag for. Just need some tee pegs. So some checkpoints I want you to have a look at there. When I was hitting the bag with my hips and my arm, throwing action or working together, I was here. Left arm nicely extended, right arm slightly bent, my right palm to target, and my elbow pointing up here. The last two checkpoints I want you to look at here is this. There's a separation factor. My shoulders are the target, my hips are open. I'm not spinning both out of the way. And I think that's where a lot of people go wrong. So the first thing I want you to do is just put 4 tee pegs in a row in the ground. I've got a little 3-step process and it's going to come at you thick and fast. Guys, this is the bit of the video. Really concentrate here. Stage 1, we're going to hit the first tee peg away here and have a look at this, how I've got this set up. We're going to stand here and then we're going to swing it back, hit the tee peg, no hips, follow this follow through back now to impact and just make a little bit of a checkpoint to what I had as those reference points before. Elbow in, palm to target, hips open, shoulders square, okay? That, okay? Now, I just made that whole move there without even trying to engage my hips at all, but automatically that separation factor started to happen. So what I'd really recommend is do 2 reps just hitting that tee peg, okay? Don't think about the hips. Just think about, if I was going to hit it as hard as I could, just with my arm only, how would I do it? And think about this, let's be smart here. I'm not saying rip your arm out of its socket. Just do it as fast as you need to get the feeling. But the important point is to just make a reference and come back to impact. Just see where you are. We're not here, we're not here. We're really thinking about this. Okay, the next 2, and try and give this some intention here, hit them out the ground and bring in your hips in it. Again, bring it back to impact. Where are we? We're in the exact same position. And again, back to impact. You really start to get that feeling of that throwing action through the golf ball as if I was hitting the bag from before. So moving into stage 2 here, I told you this is going to come thick and fast. And stage 3 is about how you take this to the course, which is vital if you want this to last. Because a lot of people said to me, oh, this is all well and good, but how do I take it to the course? That's coming up in stage 3. Stage 2, I want you to stand here, create 2 moves. 1, like this, make a few reps. And I do this between every shot on the range, okay? Then make a few now with hips. A few hips. Now this is a little trick before we hit one. Both hands on the club, but I want you to make the grip pressure, and you're not hitting it like this, 90, 10. So you still have that exact same feeling of that throwing action, 90-10, through that space. And then make maybe 2-3 practice swings again until you get that feeling. Then you're comfortable enough to stand in there and hit that shot away. Because you will start to get some great feelings in the golf swing. Now, have a look at that shot I just hit in slow-mo. I'm creating a very similar pattern using that knowledge, using that information, using that throwing action as if I was hitting the impact bag at the start of this video as hard as I can. So stage 1 is all about just hitting some T-pegs. Stage 2 is about taking some feelings and building it into a shot to make it comfortable. Here's stage 3. Now this is the secret that I've been keeping from everybody because I really think this is valuable information. This is how I take it to the golf course, and do it this way. Don't falter from this. So on the course, whether I've got driver or iron in my hand, I would have 2 practice swings. And I started doing them away from target, putting my back to target. I know it sounds crazy, but stay with me. As soon as we start looking towards target, we start reacting to the shot, okay? So just peg your ball up if it's on a par 3 or a driver. Make one practice swing where you go like this, okay? It's hips and arm, just that action. Your second practice swing, you're going to make that 90-10. Okay? Using that exact same feeling of that throwing action. You will do this. You've got to trust this. Your brain is a magnificent thing. We start to react, which is why it starts to hinder us. You then turn around, you walk into your shot, and you take that same feeling. The one thing that I have at impact is that I'm trying to hit it with my palm. Okay? That's the feeling that I have in order to translate everything we've spoken about in this video onto the golf course. Now, the brain's a magnificent thing. Do not try and fight it too much. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel here because this is your home of free, simple golf tips.